Alright, so before we create this method of sending a request to join the group, let's also handle this setting. Okay, we know that when this is on, the request to join, the user can't click here. If they try to enter the group, they're going to be prompted to send a request. Okay, so we've turned it off, we've tried it, it's working in the previous video. Now in this video, if this is off, the user can get in the public group and then they can see what is inside. But now what we want to handle is this one. Okay, if they're not the group member and then they have entered the group, we don't want to give them access to this, okay, to send message and audio or whatever. Okay, we just want them to view, and they also show them the message here that only group members can send message, and then also ask them to request to join just down here. Okay, so let's do that. So to do that, we need to go where this widget is. So that's a bottom chat field. Okay, so this will be in bottom chat field. Now we can minimize everything here. Now in this bottom chat field, first of all, let's put this in as a separate widget. Okay, after the build this consumer, let's click here and then extract a method. Okay, so let's call this build bottom chat field. All right, let's click enter. Now we have that as a separate method, and then here we just need to check. Okay, first let's bring this down, or before we check here, let's create a separate method for the groups. So this will only show direct to this if we are in a one-to-one chat. If we are in a group chat, we need to have a check. Okay, so first let's create another widget. So let's say widget. So this is going to be build locked messages. So let's just create that widget. All right, now Copilot has given us this as a starting point. Okay, so let's try to work with this, and then we'll change what we need to change. So first we need to check if we are in a group here. Okay, so if what is it? I'm sure we are sending the group. Yeah, so we are sending the group ID. Okay, like that. So if widget.groupid is empty, we are just gonna show that widget. Okay, this build actually not. If widget.groupid is empty, then we know we are not in a group chat. So if you are not in a group chat, we are going to show this. Okay, let's cut it. So let's just change this to dot is not empty. Okay, so if it is not empty, we are in a group chat, and then we are going to show this build locked messages, the one that we have created just here. Okay, so before we go further, let's give this a try. I'm just gonna hot reload. You can see that says you are not already, it has worked. Okay, let's go inside that group. It says you are not a group member. Okay, which means we are in a group. Now this is showing the same to everyone. Okay, so meaning here we need to have more checks. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, when we get here, we need to do another check. First, let's check if you are a of course we have to first check if you are a group admin. Okay, so first of all, which means we need to initialize our UID. We are not initializing anywhere. Final UID, this is going to be equal to that, which gets our UID. And then now here we need to now check if it's group admin. Okay, so that we don't put any restriction to the group admin. Okay, check if let's check if is admin. Okay, let's see what Copilot will do. So is admin, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna check inside the group model in the group inside the group admins list to check if you are admin. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is just to check inside the group provider. So the easiest, actually, we're supposed just to wrap all of this with the model. Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's just pass here the required group provider. Actually, no, we don't need to pass it, because yeah, we don't want to pass it even in the one-to-one chat. Okay, so let's just directly read it from here. So we're going to say context.read instead of chat provider. We're going to read group provider like that. So so group provider, let's call this group provider. Let's just initialize it with a small g there. All right, now when we get the group provider, so let's cut this from here and then check here. All right, now it's going to, admin is going to get inside the group provider group model, and then here, not like that, is going to check admin's UIDs dot contains our UID. All right, now if this contains our UID, meaning we are admin. Okay, so first of all, here on the return, we're just going to check if it's admin. Okay, if it's admin, we are just going to return the bottom chat field, which is this. Okay, in the else, that's when we are going to return this. So here also we need to check if we are the group member. Okay, so what we're going to do also here, check if is member. All right, so we are going to do the same. Is member, we're going to members UID, we'll check if it contains our ID. Okay, now after this, we are going to have another check here. Okay, so if you're a member now, we also need to check one last check. Okay, is member. So if is member, we are going to, if is member, so what is going to happen is we are going to do another check here, not this. We need to check now the setting is locked messages. Okay, or is that if this setting is on, we should show something like this also, which says only admins can send messages. Okay, so also let's check if locked, if messages are locked. Okay, now let's see what Copilot, okay, is locked, is going to check group provider, group model, and then it's going to check it's lock messages. Okay, yeah, it's going to check that. So if it's member, is going to check again locked messages. Okay, if it's member, we're going to check is locked. Okay, so if the messages are locked, we will show something like this here. Let's go back. So let me copy that. If the messages are locked, we'll show this. Let me put that here, which says okay, you don't get confused here. Okay, because there is a lot of code here. So let me remove that so that you can read this properly. Okay, so first of all, we are checking if he's admin. We are going to show that. Okay, And then if it is not admin, we will check if it is a group member. Okay, so if it is a group member, we need to show this build which Copilot has done, which so we'll create all this inside this. If he is not a group member, we're going to show this build. So if he's not a group member, we should just show this, remove that. Okay, we should just show this now, which says that you are not a member. Okay, but now this should be a column. Okay, we'll create that later. Now if you are a member, we need to create this build which also checks, which inside here we should also check if the locked messages is on. So build, so this is, let's call it build is member. Okay, now let's click in front of here and then create this method. Okay, so it has created here. Let's cut it. Let's go close to that. Let's just create it here. All right, now here we are going to pass this is locked. Okay, so boo is locked, is locked. Now here we want to do this, so let's click tab. So if it is locked, we want to show this: messages are locked, only admin can send messages. So here let's say only messages are locked, only admin can send messages. Maybe let's also put the text aligned. Let's minimize that. Text aligned dot center. So yeah, maybe we can have that. And then now here we just need to pass is locked. Okay, and then this, let's put it in what can we do? Maybe let's change this to a text button. Okay, let's wrap it with a widget which is called text button. All right, so why are we having? Because we have this constant keyword. All right, now here what's the problem? We should have the on pressed. Okay, after this let's have on pressed. Now here send a friend request. Okay, so you are not a group admin, and then let's say click here to join. Okay, or to send a request to join. Now let's put this as a constant keyword, and then maybe we can put this in the next line, like it's not like that. Let me change my keyboard, so it needs to be like that. We take this to the next line, and then yeah, I think that's it. We can now give it a try again. So now this is a text button. You can see that it has moved. Let's put this as 60. Let's hot reload again. Now we can go inside. Yeah, we want it to be like that. All right, so yeah, that's the check that we need to check. Now if we go there as an admin, we are going to have no problem. This is going to be there. Okay, because if you're an admin, where is that? If you're an admin, we're just gonna show that. Okay, so that's all the checks that we need to check here, is show either this or this. But now before we go ahead, because you can see that when we are here and then we check the group info, there is nothing here. Okay, so there is nothing here because here on the private, remember we were calling this set group module and then we were navigating. Okay, so we need to come back here and do the same. Let's minimize this. So here before we navigate, okay, we just need to do exactly the same that what we're doing in the private here. All right, so let's copy this. Now we go to the public. So here we are checking this, and then we just need to navigate like that. Okay, when completed. So also everywhere we are navigating, first we need to call that. Let's paste that here. All right, now when we hot reload, and then when we come out of these groups, we can enter this group, and then because we are not a member yet, so now if we click here, we can load the group information. All right, so here this is disabled because we are not admin. Also, we are going to disable this. If we click here, okay, we've already done the settings for here. Yeah, and then also, we did everything. Even the members, they can't add here if they are not a group admin, if they are not in the group. So this leave group also we should hide from this one if they are not inside the group. Okay, so what else can we check here? What else is remaining? So this, when we click here, let's just see that it works. So where is that? Here, let's also print. So let's print request to join group. Okay, now if we test it, you can see that we have a click event here. All right, request to join group. All right, that's it. Now, so what we have done here is we have handled this setting, and this setting. Okay, the other one now is when this setting is off, approve members. We want whoever comes. Okay, this one, even if when it's off, we don't want the person who's not in a group member to send anything. We'll just keep it like this. Okay, we're still going to keep it like this. Okay, we just to keep it like that. All right, now the next thing is let's maybe have this change really quickly. If you get inside here, let's hide this exit group if you are not a group member. Okay, so inside the group info screen, let's do that change really quickly. So where are we? This exit group. So here, let's check. Where did we have any method up here to check if you are not a group member? Okay, so let's just create it. Check. It should be done here. Check if user is a group member. Right, it's just gonna do that simple check. So okay, so here we can even just do this. If he's not a group member, maybe let's not even allow him to view this screen. Okay, so what we can do is to wrap this again with a widget. So let's cut this. Maybe Copilot is assisting us here. Oh yeah, it's entirely up to you guys. You can wrap this with a widget and do the same thing we were doing, or we can just put the boo here. Actually, let me just do that. So let's wrap this with a widget. Wrap in a method. Let's call this build group info. Okay, now that we have created that, let's also create this another build. Let's paste it here. So this is just going to be a center widget. Actually, let's copy this, and then here let's say Boo is member, and then let's click tab. So it's just going to check that. Now here is if is member, we're going to, if is member, we are going to return that, else we are going to return just this container. Okay, now we can remove that and then remove also that. Now let's bring this up, let's hot reload. So now if he comes here, get inside here, if he gets inside here, it's just going to be greeted with this. Okay, so also we did not even style this. Okay, we just put it in the container. We're supposed to put it maybe wrap it in the scaffold as well. Okay, so also we can do it like that, or if we want we can just remove this, then put that there. And then what we're gonna do is maybe let's return this the way it was, cut it and then paste it here. What's the problem here? So okay, yeah, let's paste it here. And then where is the problem? So we are calling it twice, we just need to call it once. Okay, let me go back. We need to copy it from here, need to cut it from there. We cut, then let's paste it here. So this is just the same thing I'm doing. I've returned it the way it was, and then now I'm just checking here. Okay, is member, we are going to return that, else we are going to have a size box. I think let's go with this approach. Let's hot reload. And then we get inside here, you can see that we don't have an exit group. Okay, so this is also the way we can restrict the people who are not in the group. If we want, we can block all of this screen, they can't see them, then they can change anything, of course, because they're not in the group, they're not admin. Okay, so later on, again, in the group information screen, we need to put the edit button somewhere here for the admin to be able to change the image and the group name. Okay, so let's end this video right here. In the next one now, we are going to create a method now for this user who is not in the group to send the request to join the group. Okay, they can send here, or they can send here where we are prompting them. Okay, so thank you guys, and see you in the next video.